And there's a buy more, save more in effect. If you buy one set of these, they're $19. Every set you buy after the first one, it drops down to $16.
Fantastic.
Now, these come in 3 great patterns. We have the black damask, the plaid, and the polka dot. But Miss Lisa, explain how these work.
Okay, well, David, as you're saying, these are the ultimate ice and gel pack substitute. So this is how you're going to get it at home. It's nice and thin. I mean, paper thin, so it's nice and easy to store. Great for bringing on vacation.
Yes.
And freezing when you get to your location. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're just going to put it in a dish, or I actually just put mine right in the sink, but we don't have a sink here. So you're going to put some water in with it. And what's going to happen is it's going to hydrate those cells. So within a matter of minutes, it's going to puff up and look just like this. Can you see how these have expanded? All right, so now what you're going to do is you're going to pat it dry, and you're going to put it in your freezer. And then in no time, less than 2 hours, David, it's going to be frozen. However, it's still flexible when frozen, but it's frozen. And here's the beauty, flexible when frozen.
Yeah. You know what? It's so interesting. We were prepping the show this morning, and your friend Lisa, that helps you get set up for all of this, was pulling some of these from the freezer.
Right.
And she came around the corner, and we heard all these crash, 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 crash on the floor. And we turned around, and she had dropped a few of the Therma freeze that were already frozen on the floor. She said, "Guys, don't worry, they're frozen. It's all good.
It's no problem.
Nothing broke. Everything's fine."
It's awesome, and absolutely too, David. You can actually cut these to size too.
Yeah.
So they come in, like you said, you have the 10 medium, 5 large,
right.
And this is all of them hydrated. So you can see they're not frozen, but they are hydrated.
Yes.
But you have so many uses, and because they're reusable, use them over and over and over.
Use them over and over and over again. And unlike a regular ice block that you might buy, like one of those little cold packs, yes, exactly, like these little blue cold packs, and you throw in your cooler or whatnot, these don't conform to your water bottle. You take your thermofreeze and wrap it around. It surrounds the water in a hug of cold, which is really, really good. All right, let me do that now.
But the big question, David, is do they work? Do they really keep your food and beverages colder longer? So I have a little test that we did. Okay. So we have 3 coolers. Typically what people will do is they'll put ice in their cooler. But what happens, the ice melts, and then what happens is you get a wet, soggy mess. Nobody's going to want to eat that. Now, that's an exaggeration, but if you actually do have a lot of ice in there and it melts, that's what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so now over here we have our Thermafreeze cooler. Here we have the Thermafreeze sheet in the back, the gel pack back here, but because you cannot conform it around your food and beverages, it's not going to keep it colder longer. So here's the thermometers we did in the front. And if you look here, you'll see here, 3 hours and 59 minutes ago, we set these 2 coolers up. This cooler...
We're going to try to come in a little lower, I think, you guys, and grab those thermometers.
And just see the temperatures here. Okay, oh, we have the little insert. Okay, so now you see, if you look here, we have 3 hours and 59 minutes ago. The milk in the Thermafreeze cooler is 32 degrees, David. The milk in the cooler with the gel packs over here is 50 degrees. That's because it doesn't conform around it to keep it colder longer. So which milk would you rather drink?
I don't drink warm milk. I know some people do it trying to help me sleep, and that's not my thing.
No, I wouldn't like that either.
And if you're doing some grocery shopping, and you've got a lot of grocery shopping to do, or a lot of errands to run, but grocery shopping is maybe the second on the list of 4 for the day, how are you going to keep all those perishables nice and cool, particularly in a really super hot car in all this hot summer weather? This is the best way to go.
Right, so here I'm going to put my milk in. I'm actually lining my grocery bag, my grocery tote. I'm going to put my eggs in over here. Now, if I had to just go home, I would not be able to run extra errands. I would have to go home and not be able to stay out. But because I bring my Thermafreeze sheets and I wrap everything nice and cold, I can leave it in the car and let it stay cold and run those extra errands, then go home and unpack and not have to run out twice.
You're going to get 10 of the, I'm sorry, there's a total of 15 bags.
Total of 15, yep, 10 medium.
10 medium and 5 large.
Yep, and you can cut them to size.
Exactly. We have the polka dot, right here is the polka dot, the plaid, and the damask. So all 3 of these beautiful colors, remember these are reusable over and over again. We have the buy more, save more, and reduced shipping and handling for the very first time. Now over 900 are gone. Here's the other thing to be very mindful of. It is August, the 4th? It is August the 4th. There's a whole lot of hot weather in front of us.
There is. Well, and you know what, David, too, is it's not just for when you go to the beach. It's also fantastic for putting your lunches in. Even if you don't okay, so here I have potato salad in my Mr. Lid. Mayonnaise, okay? You want to keep that cold. I've got my drink. I've got my yogurt. I've been able to cut it to size so it fits perfectly. And then I've got a sandwich of tuna fish. Now, maybe you have other things that maybe you're bringing for your lunch or your kids are taking to school. And you don't, but do you want it cold or do you want it room temperature? This is going to keep everything nice and cold and keep it nice and, still neatly packed without a big heavy, bulky gel pack.
Let's go to our phone lines. Welcome to Terry in Arizona. Terry, how are you today?
Hi, David. I'm fine. How are you doing?
Doing very well. And Lisa and I would love to know, what do you think of the Therma freeze?
Well, let me tell you, Lisa, David, I don't care who's on the phone. I don't care what color you have. Everybody's got to get these. These are a lifesaver. I'm telling you, Lisa, we live 60 miles from town. We have no grocery store, none. No gas stations. And I use them every time with the Sachi totes. Gosh, they're a lifesaver. I cannot believe it. And I even took your longer one, because I haven't cut any of them. I don't want to cut them, but I know they can form really good.
Yes.
But I took the longest one, and I took a hand towel, and it just fits perfectly over the longer one, and I enveloped it, sewed a pocket for it, and made an ice pack for my back.
Oh my gosh, that's a fantastic idea.
Oh, they're awesome. They are wonderful. They are better than bulky, nice, bringing a lot of ice home, and we don't just go to town for an hour. We're there 4 or 5 or 6 hours.
Well, of course, if you live that distance and you're in a more remote area, these are, I'm sure, a huge lifesaver.
Oh, yeah. I've gotten them as gifts for people, and they just love them. And I just want to encourage everybody that lives a long distance from somewhere. These aren't just it's something that we want. It's a necessity for us, David.
Well, it sounds that way, Terry. I'm so thrilled these have worked out so nicely for you. And if you decide you need more, keep this item number handy, although I know you probably are pretty loaded up with what you need. But if you do, you may order these anytime, not just when these are on the air, okay?
Right. Yes, that's what I tell everybody, that you don't have to wait until it gets on.
Well, you know what? Living 65 miles away from your nearest store, I would imagine this becomes very important to you, and I'm glad we have them for you.
Yes, and I thank you very much. You guys have a great day. God bless.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Terry.
So sweet.
Bye, honey.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So let's remind everybody, just as we wrap up, black damask, the plaid, and the polka dot. You get 10 of the medium, 5 of the large, thank you. And then also, buy more, save more. You'll save $3 on every one you buy after the first set, and it's reduced shipping and handling for the very first time. Over 3,000 gone and 1,100 people on the phone lines. Thank you, love.
Thank you so
This
much.
is Kay, 34711. Stay on the line for these.